It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Looking at the Clippers, they're coming in off a win in their last game against Los Angeles. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Today's game continues this Los Angeles Clippers homestand. The big story is the return of Andre Drummond from being injured.
You know what, Kevin? It's quite cool for us to be here for his first game back. And I'll tell you something else. Any fears they had about his injury having ill effects on the team were swept aside pretty quickly when they began to play so well without him. They really didn't suffer in his absence very much at all.
And really it says something about the character of this group. I mean, they've shown that resiliency and held their ground. Now, this should make them even stronger.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the one with Butler as the two. Pau Gasol is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Wright in at the small forward. Drummond, it's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round and he made good on it, though.
They get it back. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
And so he's able to get one of two.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Doc Rivers. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Rose can't get that one to fall. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Paul, and it's Wright sending it back. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Drummond working against Jordan. Outside, Pierce. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Pierce has got his first points of the game. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game and use them for momentum, and then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight.
Throw no good for Butler.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
On defense, the Clippers. 3-point lead. Shoot from the right block. That doesn't go either for Rose.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Now, here's Gasol. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well. And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Now here's Butler. 12 points his last outing. Hits the outside fadeaway. Butler's got 5. The Clippers trail. Ball outside. Pass to Jordan. It's tipped. Ball kicks to Jordan. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now here's Crawford. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. The pass to Griffin. 5 to shoot. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Rose. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Pierce wide open. He fires. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got his second bucket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. A wide-open look here for Wright. That 3 off the mark. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Los Angeles Lakers. Ball outside. In the corner, it's Crawford. A 3 ball, and he gets it to go. Crawford's got his first 3 points of the game.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
Smith checked in for Wright. Bulls trail by 7. Rose kicks to Drummond. Back to Rose. They need this. There's the bucket. Good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fellas.
Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Now here's Paul. Another key contributor to that nice win against the Lakers. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Not enough on that one as it misses. Bulls trail by 4.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Paul.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Butler attacking. Sweet little floater. Butler's got 7. Clippers leading by 4. Paul dishes to Griffin. Outside Pierce. It's Crawford on the wing. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Rose. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Here's Griffin. The 17-footer goes down. He has 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Smith outside. Here's Gasol. Great D that time from Griffin.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Chicago calls timeout. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. And Stevenson comes in for Pierce. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Los Angeles leading by 6. Paul with the ball. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And the wide open shot from Redick. Can't convert after the good screen.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
Here's Paul after the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Redick passes to Aldridge. And Splitter pulls it down. Bulls trail by 4.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about Paul. He doesn't need to be blazing fast or quick to beat you. He can play seemingly on one leg and still dismantle a defense.
And he gets the bucket.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now, here's Clarkson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Splitter sets a screen. Such a wide open look.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Redick. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And the Clippers lead by 5. Well, Chicago's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Splitter sets a screen. Smith outside. The 3. Again, the miss by Smith.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's the lob to the hoop. And Griffin slams it in.
And the lead just grass grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Splitter, that's good.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Now, here's Redick. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Splitter with a screen on Paul. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
The dish to Redick. The feed to Aldridge. Teardrop shot. Stevenson with a clean look. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Wright in at the 3 slot.
Get open, get open!
Here's Aldridge, rejected by Gasol. Unhindered, going all the way. And it's Butler with the jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Pierce for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. Rose double teamed, 13 feet away. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Gasol.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations. Really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Here's Rose to the inside and finished off by Gasol.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Outside Butler, back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Gibson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Redick is in the corner. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
The free throw drops for Redick.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume, it's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
Jordan, he's checked in for Cole Aldridge. The Bulls making a change here as well. Andre Drummond's checked in for Taj Gibson.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Gasol. Soft touch off the glass. Gasol's got 6 here in this quarter. And for Redick, he knew what his NBA career would be like way back in 2005. Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player like 80% of the players in the league. I don't expect to be a star. I'll just shoot. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and JJ knew it as well.
Here's Rose. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Clippers in the lead. Stevenson outside. Here's Pierce in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Gasol a screen. Rose dishes to Gasol. Fades back. Good. Gasol's got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And Redick kicks to Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Prigioni can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Gasol, here we go. No good. That would have tied it. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Prigioni, defended by Butler. Poked loose and stolen by Butler. Now here's Rose. 7 points in the game. Right, left side. 6 on the shot clock. Rose attacking. Can't connect from short range.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
The shot by Redick, no good.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
The kick out to right. Shoots it. And the Bulls with another miss.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Right side, Pierce. He kicks it to Prigioni. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. It's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Prigioni. And 11 points for Paul Pierce.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Chicago calls timeout.
And Pablo Prigioni is a ridiculous sharpshooter. Nearly 40% from beyond the arc through last season. Tremendous free throw shooter as well.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Chicago also making a switch. Tony Snell's checked in for Wright. Snell, the pass to Drummond. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw, no good.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
So he comes up empty at the line.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, and guys, not wasting any time, just straight back up with it.
And stolen by Drummond. Outside Rose. He feeds it to Drummond. Releases from 15. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead. Here's Prigioni, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. On the wing, Jamal Crawford, defended by Butler. And Butler sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one on Butler. For the Clippers, Griffin comes in for Paul Pierce. And Paul subbed in for Pablo Prigioni. Then for the Bulls, Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Butler. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Smith. He dishes it to Rose. Mirotic has a wide open look. And Stevenson grabs the board. Clippers leading by 3. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
All right now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lance Stevenson. And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Splitters checked in for Andre Drummond, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Rose. Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Paul. Clarkson dishes to Smith. Splitter sets a screen for Smith. Just 4 to shoot. From the line. Tries again. And the shot is good. Splitter's got 6.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. J.R. Smith picks one up.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain feel, Clark, for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. He has 9 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
And he gets it to go. That's 7 points for Jamal Crawford.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Now Paul lets the three fly. Crawford, no luck.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Snell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Clarkson passes to Splitter, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges, he does all the little stuff.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Rebound by Smith. Chicago trailing here. Feeds it to Mirotic. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Shoots off the step back. Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Gibson the screen. Some dishes to Gibson. Another one falls for Chicago.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Stevenson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. This is Mirotic from downtown. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Into the Bulls, shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. Pass to Splitter. Mirotic, the screen. Smith for 3. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Paul. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Paul's got 6 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Mirotic against Stevenson. And Mirotic kicks to Clarkson. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
Pass to Gibson. Smith up top, guarded by Crawford. Smith, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And he's good on the second. 19 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Paul. Clarkson passes to Mirotic. A beautiful reverse layup. Mirotic just got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls. They lead by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Doc, what's allowed the rhythm and efficiency you guys are playing with right now?
Because we're running, we're pushing the ball up the floor, but it's still a close game. And it's really loose balls, our turnovers, and offensive rebounds. So we got to do a better job there.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They came out in the second quarter with a renewed focus, playing well enough to take a 2-point lead here at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3 E's, Shaq. That's all I got to say. They've avoided turning the basketball over, and that's a recipe for success. Now, here's how they do it. By sacrificing the highlight reel plays, you get good looks, and those home run plays will still come.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
It's been a nice game for Pierce. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, inside it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Pierce in at the small forward position. The Clippers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
That one misses.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measures 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
Pierce for 3. Up again. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Jordan's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's what we call a potent 1-2 punch.
That doesn't go either for Rose.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Stolen by Wright. And here's Rose. He has 7. Here's Gasol. And the Bulls with another miss.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Crawford dishes to Griffin for the lead. Chris Paul, and that's good. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Rose against Paul. Rose kicks to Drummond. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. Oh, wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career. Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game. If you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
This all setting the pick for Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Right. That's a 2-pointer. And the Bulls get it back. Gasol with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time. Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Ball against Rose. Paul passes to Pierce. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game. And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
Chicago calls timeout. At this point in his career, Clark, it's safe to call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it was hard to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now, you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
For us. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Pierce. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And with Paul, it is all about his consistency. Other point guards will have better years or stretches than him, but he just puts up huge numbers year in and year out, literally like clockwork.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, it's amazing to me how little fanfare CP3 gets. I mean, he's not a flashy player, but you look at his effectiveness on the court, and he's a once-in-a-generation kind of talent. I mean, he's done it all his entire career.
Right against Pierce, and stolen by Wright. Rose kicks to Butler. Can't hit. Nice D from Crawford. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Pierce. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Outside Butler. Gasol a screen. Butler with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Just 5 to shoot. And Butler, here we go. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Paul dishes to Crawford. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. Regiono's checked in. Chicago with the ball. They trail by 3. Right side Gasol. The 11-footer. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got his 6th rebound on the night. Picked by Griffin. Steps back and fires. And it's Paul missing. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Rose. To Drummond. Bulls moving the ball around. And Wright with the basket on the assist by Butler. Wright's got 4 points this quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Ball outside. The step back jumper is good. Paul's got 13.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, he's going to make the rounds for sure.
Clippers leading by 3. Regioni, the pass to Griffin. Now the feed to Ball. No good from outside. And for the Bulls, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Rose with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Gasol against Jordan. Now here's Butler. Tight defense on him. Can't hit from the low block. LA's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pierce. Can't get it to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Rose kicks to Drummond. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why. I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And Pierce, here we go. An easy 2 points on the layup. Pierce has got 9 points here in the second half.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter? And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA. Yet clearly, he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. Picked by Griffin. Shot off the screen. Was shot by Redick. No good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Gets to the corner and buries it. Redick's got 10 points. Bulls trail by 5. Outside Rose. Gasol a screen. The turnaround jumper. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 8 here in this one already. For Los Angeles, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Derrick Rose. 3rd in assists, 17th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And, you know, you mentioned that he does a great job running the offense, spotting the open man, and making the easy delivery.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Looking at the game for Gasol, 13 points and also a block shot.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a 2nd-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in this game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
Splitters checked in for Chicago. They set the pick. Redick inside the line. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Bulls shooting 37% so far in the 3rd quarter. And they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. Gibson dishes to Smith. Rebound by Aldridge. And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and in his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. It even improved as a defender.
And Gibson, here we go. And he gets it to go. Gibson's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And Chicago shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Clarkson kicks to Gibson. It's Chicago with another bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And the pass to Redick from past the arc. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 9th assist in the game now.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the 3-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the 3-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Stolen by Stevenson. Paul against Smith. Paul left side. Here's the floater. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
He is almost money when it comes to finishing in close. Nice bucket there to increase the lead.
Here's Mirotic. Misses off the left iron. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Paul for 3. But he gets it back. Paul missing again. Bulls trail by 3. Clarkson with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Splitter against Griffin. Splitter passes to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires, high post. Another shot, and Splitter with the layup. Splitter's got 12.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
They set the screen. It's Redick on the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. No good trying to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Bulls trail by 3. On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. J.R. Smith out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ball outside. Here's Crawford. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Bulls shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Drummond a screen. The dish to Gibson. To the paint. And Andre Drummond. The bucket on the assist by Gibson. And that's 12 points for Andre Drummond. The Clippers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Ball outside. Jordan the screen. Redick with the 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Rose attacking a baseline J, and Pierce pulls it down.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Crawford kicks to Paul. Jordan the screen. Redick for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. Rose dishes to Gibson. Butler on the wing. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point. Here's Redick. Again, the Clippers.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Drummond passes to Rose. 5 on the clock. To halt the run, and the shot is long.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Crawford kicks to Paul. A shot. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And it's Rose penetrating. A second chance effort, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
So for the Bulls, Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Gibson, and it's Wright in for Jimmy Butler. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence. Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Drummond a screen. Wright dishes to Rose. Back to Wright. Three-pointer. The shot is off.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving out.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. There's the screen. Jordan the pass to Paul. Jordan the screen. 6 to shoot. Redick inside the line. Misses off the right iron.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
Gasol's shot is good.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
No coverage that time. Redick's got 11 points in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Off the pick. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's 19 points for Pau Gasol.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Redick for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Paul outside. Jordan the screen. Redick for 3. Gasol with the rebound.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Rose against Paul. Rose can't hit.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Shot's good. And 11 points for Jamal Crawford.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Outside Rose. Kicks it to Gasol. And it's good off the glass. Gasol's got 15 points in just the second half.
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Yeah, 4 of 4 this quarter, making buckets under duress.
Back to Paul. 3-pointer. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Drummond sets the screen for Smith. And right, here we go. Back to Smith. Gasol, a screen on Redick. Off the screen. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Gasol.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Here's Crawford, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Griffin's check in for J.J. Redick.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
No good on that one. And back to Crawford. Last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
8 feet away, and it's off the back rim, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Smith, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Paul kicks to Griffin, and Gasol sends it back. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Deflects the pass. Now Crawford. Outside Griffin. There's the pick. Paul outside. Looking to end his cold spell. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Rose. True on the 14-footer.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Paul dishes to Griffin. He kicks to Crawford. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Crawford's got 6 here in this quarter.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Time called here, and the Bulls decide to talk it over.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
Paul with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Jordan the screen. Griffin passes to Crawford. Crawford missing again. Bulls trail by 5. And Wright kicks to Rose. He feeds it to Butler. Takes the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Crawford's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 4 assists in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And he gets it to go.
And he's shooting 2 of 8. He just hasn't been able to give them any consistent scoring here down the stretch, guys.
And the Clippers call time here. They're leading by 5. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Pick by Griffin. And it's Paul penetrating. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Paul's got 11 points here in just the second half. Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 7. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. 1:46 left in the fourth. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Butler. Back to Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Gasol, a screen on Crawford. Just 5 to shoot. Off the pick. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Clippers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And he makes both free throws.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Down low, Gasol with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. And it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 3. 1:15 left to play here in the fourth. .15 left here in the fourth quarter. Picked by Griffin. It's Crawford with the drive. And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside Rose. Gasol, a screen on Paul. Rose. Drummond. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Crawford drives in. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Rose in the post. Griffin on him. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
I tell you what, this is the white-hot version of Derrick Rose right now.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Crawford, no one around him. Yes!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Butler dishes to right. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're ahead by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Barkley continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans love it.
And
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin. And Blake, you guys were down at half, intensity in the second half. Was that the difference in this game?
Yeah, it definitely was. They were shooting unbelievably from the field in the first half. And, I thought we did a good job of locking down defensively in the second half, forcing some turnovers and getting easy buckets.
Blake, thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul. And it's become a routine night for him with his regular double-double once again. He does that as easily as ordering that number 2 combo. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
You know what? He's a total package as a floor general. It may not be an official ranking for the best leaders in the league, but if there was, CP3 would be right at the top of the list.
It's not too often you see a guy crack 15 assists in a game. That's how in tune he was. Just great anticipation, great understanding of every defense that they threw at him. Exactly the kind of game a team wants from its point guard.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.